Miss Catherine, I'm not no prostitute because I'm married. Cut the coochie off and see if you get the credit card.
Uh-oh. What up, YouTube? I am your host, Mediocre tutorials and reviews. Back in here with one more video. Guys, you're looking at the title of the video, you're looking at the thumbnail, you already know what time it is. It is time to get active. Shout out to the Ghetto Boys Reloaded. Shout out to Willie D and them folks over there. They had a recent guest, Kathy Griffin, who compared wives to prostitutes. Cut off the coochie and see if you get the credit card. That's what it says right here. So I'll leave a link to the video down in the description box down below. I'm sure it's a part of a larger podcast or live stream or something like that. So feel free to indulge. Without further ado,
it's Willie D, y'all. Scarface in the building. Collectively, we are the Ghetto Boys. Reloaded with another episode. The information and instructions to help you navigate through this crazy, wild, weird world. In the studio, I guess.
It's a crazy world.
The great Kathy Griffin. Welcome to the show.
I am so honored and happy to be here.
And I'm happy that you're here because, you know, when I think of like the people that make things move, oftentimes behind the scene, I think of you. I think of a great guest for this show, somebody that I know that was going to bring it. I reached out to Brad. I said, man, Kathy. He was like, oh, automatic. Automatic. Now, Kathy, fam, Kathy is the Director for Human Trafficking for Harris County. Director of Human Trafficking for Harris County. And also, you have the distinguished, title of being the first person to create a program to rehabilitate prostitutes.
And sex trafficking survivors and victims.
Right.
What's a sex traffic survivor and victim?
Well, first of all, you gotta, let's just break it down and start from the real deal.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
What the hell is prostitution?
Okay, that's real. Okay, cool.
An exchange of services.
But
For what?
money.
What kind of services?
Ass. Ass and mouth. Now I'm getting too grown. I'm too vocal.
Sexual favors.
Okay, this is after
for money.
Demonetized.
Now, the different levels to prostitution.
Okay.
And I have spoken in front of many bougie, intellectual, doctorate and degreed up audiences, as well as I've broken it all the way down to the people on the corner. And just to let you know, God has privileged me to have been in all of these different spaces at some point in my life time. Now, I can't tell you how many people I've even asked, what does a prostitute look like? And they'll describe the girl walking down the street in high shoes, half naked, da-da-da-da-da. But let me ask you about the woman who was not in love with her mate that just so happened to be filthy rich.
Gold digger.
We know those women to be gold diggers.
Facts.
Are escorts. Okay? And they marry the money.
Yeah.
In hopes of a financial blessing in a relationship that actually started out and ends up in a relationship.
Just real quick, let me pause it right here. I love what she's doing right here and breaking down prostitute, right? Because there used to be a time and a place where you can readily identify the local haves and the thought rockets on the street by the garb that they would wear, right? How that they would carry themselves, the type of establishments that they would go to. But in the 21st century, in modern times today, you really have no idea. So I would think, like, you know, prostitute is in the umbrella of sex worker, and the difference between the digital types is that they're not getting physically touched by the men that are giving them money. But this idea that a prostitute can exist within a relationship, if the money stops, the viscous inert stops, and if that equation is abundantly true, then what is the difference? What is the difference? Let's keep going.
Number 2.
Support for today's video was brought to you by Manscaped, who are the champions in below the waist grooming. Guys, they just sent me over their latest release called the Lawnmower 4.0, and I'm simply blown away by its performance and embedded technology. Not only do they offer wireless charging, but also no nick technology, which is vastly important for protecting the family jewel. Shit, not too long ago, invited a pretty young thing over for an evening of fun, enjoyment, and excitement. Okay. Evening of, I tried to clean up the space, clean up the area with the old toolkit, the old tool set, and almost gave myself a vasectomy. Had to cancel the evening because of it. Because, you know, never bring a wound to a thought party. Okay. It's bad for business. Guys, go up to manscaped.com, use promo code MTR to receive not only 20% off of your order, but also free shipping. Trust me, guys, your balls will thank you. On to the show.
Miss Catherine, I'm not no prostitute because I'm married. Cut the coochie off and see if you get the credit card.
Uh-oh.
There's so many different levels. There's legal prostitution and illegal prostitution.
What's legal prostitution?
Legal prostitution is when you're married and you say yes and you exchange money or monetary things such as cars, clothes, jewelry, meals, whatever, yachts, plane tickets, whatever.
So
And
the whole
you're in
time a
agreement and you
married
don't
man-
mind giving. I'm repaying. Thank you for your gifts. I'm going to give you what I have to give.
She broke it down better than I could have. Legal prostitution versus illegal prostitution. That's essentially what she is saying. And she's right. And she is right. Okay? Because here's the thing. And I would say here's the fine line. Here's the difference. Okay? Because I think women everywhere want to ensure that the guy that they're picking has a usefulness to society. Okay? Not necessarily that they have all of these resources that can be given to them, Those are just gold diggers if they just want the resources, or they're doing it for legal prostitution like her. But I think that there's a degree within female biology, within human evolution, that make sure that the man that they are picking can provide them with security and protection for a long period of time so that they can nest sufficiently. I don't think that there's anything necessarily wrong with that. The ones that are gold digging or legally prostituting themselves, and there's locations on the internet, on YouTube, that teaches women how to legally prostitute themselves. And these women down into the comments like, oh, he makes $90,000 a year. Should I let him marry me? And all types of crazy shit like that. It exists, trust me. Let's move on.
That's right. Where they're swallowing some DNA.
Whoa!
I'm fucking done.
Demonetized. Happy.
It doesn't matter. Now the
What's
illegal.
after the weather? I want to hear what's after, whether it's swallowing DNA or what. What's the other?
No.
I want to hear the alternative. man.
No, don't get
What
us
is the
started.
alternative?
No, please don't get us started.
Oh, any type of consensual,
Kathy will go in.
non-forceful sexual act that has been agreed upon between two adults, and it doesn't matter if it's male and male, female,
Oh, come on.
female or male. It doesn't matter. It has to be consensual, and money or monetary goods are exchanged. That's legal. where it becomes
trafficking. The world are gonna
illegal.
be
Sex
like,
trafficking,
oh,
now let me tell you about, because see, all of it is connected in some shape, form, or
I'll be
fashion.
damn.
Break it down.
So now, sex trafficking is when an individual, male or female, boy or girl, or other, has been coerced, tricked, lied to, Romeo pimped, brainwashed into forcefully having sex
For money.
against their will with others, and somebody else profits
Yeah.
from the financial gain of using another person's body against their will.
Yeah. Let me pause it right there, which is some truly demonic shit. You know what I'm saying? So, listen, fantastic video. That, again, was Kathy Griffin on the Ghetto Boys podcast hosted by Willie D. Guys, I leave a link to it down in the description box down below. It seems like she has an incredible amount of knowledge, so feel free to click down up in there, beam up there, and see the full live stream in totality. I appreciated that breakdown, though, mostly from the legal and the illegal prostitution, and then the breakdown of the difference between being trafficked, and that's a tricking, a drugging, right? And it still has the same financial system in that there's an exchange of innards for cash. And here's the thing: at the end of the day, we got to be outspoken. If you see some of your boys that are engaging in legal prostitution and they just don't realize and understand that, you know, because there's been boys in my life that I've seen, I've been like, boy, my G, I believe that she's using you, right? If you were to take those things away, was she treating or act the same way? But at the same time, you know, there are a lot of dudes, and we see the Instagram messages of the chick who said, oh, I'm hungry, and some simp ass dude forwards dinner money and then some over to her, and then she's laughing with her friends talk about, look what this simp sucker did, and she's got no intentions on giving him the innards, but for some reason he thinks that providing with a friend tag on top of that, or maybe not, maybe it's an unknown tag, was going to get him somewhere else, but in essence it doesn't. Okay, interesting video. Shout out again to the content creators. Questions, comments, concerns? Y'all already know what to do. Mediocre tutorials and reviews at gmail.com. Guys, feel free to hit me up. Last but not least, I got a Patreon. All right. Link down in the description box down below. If you guys are interested in becoming a part of the inner circle, it's so many benefits. I can't even just name them right here. But if you're interested, I will see you soon. Until next time, YouTube. Peace.